Vicks. Want some?
No.
Hey, she got the hoops on.
Into it. Get into it. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back.
Oh snap.
If y'all don't already know, go ahead check out the last video where he proposed, because this video we're spilling it all. Nick's gonna explain everything that went down.
Oh.
All the things that I didn't know that was happening.
Yeah, a lot of people watch the video and they're like, oh, tell me what happened, da 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 da. And there's a lot of stuff. Stuff that went down.
Go back when to like you got the ring, or should we go back even further? When this pop into your head?
I think the last check mark was probably meeting all of my family in person. But my family have been like, hey Nick. I always told myself as like to make sure I think everything through, and I'm 100% sure that after 2 years of dating then I would start to seriously think about it and all that good stuff. So recently there was our 2-year of dating. Rachel met my dad and that side of the family for the first time this past Thanksgiving. So it just seemed right. Fast forward to we visited Michigan, and it was important to me that my family was involved in helping me find the ring. And so for Christmas my mom got me a necklace, so we had to go to the jewelry store to get it a link fixed.
Can we talk about though how when you were gonna go to the jewelry store they closed at a certain time and they were gonna go like on a whim?
Oh yeah. So we had a timeline of when we were in Michigan, so we're going back to California. So basically they were closed, and they needed time to fix it and stuff. So
because it was New Year's Day too, the next day.
And the place was open until 1 or something like that. I was talking to my mom. I was like, "Oh man, it closes, and then they'll be closed on Monday. That means that we won't be able to go to Tuesday, and we leave on a Wednesday. We need to go right now." Otherwise, the necklace won't be done by the time we leave. We didn't want Rachel to come, and so Nate and his wife Claire were there, and I was like, Claire, you need to stay with Rachel. So I popped my head into the bathroom while Rachel was doing her hair, and I was just like, hey, we're going to the jewelry store to get fix this necklace. Can't really talk. Be back in a little bit. Claire's here. Hang out with her. My twin and my mom were there getting this link fixed. I think Nate was actually just like, hey, where are the rings at? So then I was like, oh, I think they're over there. So me and Nate went over there, and I told Nate what I was kind of looking for, and I was looking for something obviously that she liked, because we've already talked about it.
Because we went together months before, and I was like, oh, let's look at rings. Just because I was curious what size I was, and I wanted him to know eventually one day when he was ready to propose what kind of ring I kind of like.
And I didn't want to have a thing where it was just Rachel be like, this is what I want, end of story. She gave me a rough outline of what she wanted, and then I from there would take that and put my own little opinions on it. So I wanted something that looked simple from far away, pretty much what she wanted, and then when you looked a little bit closer, it had a little bit more detail, a little bit more uniqueness in it. So we are at the shop. Me and my brother were looking around, and I saw a ring that was very, very simple, looked like a band, but when you turn it to the side, you can see 4 little diamonds underneath. So they're kind of hidden away unless you look really closely. So we picked the diamond, got the okay from Nate and my mom. They're like, yeah, it looks cool. Decided to get it. They're like, it'll be ready on Tuesday. And then my brother and Claire leave on Sunday. So I was just like, oh shoot, when I go to pick this up, I can't be like, Rachel, I'm going to the jewelry shop to get my necklace. Oh, by the way, you can't come. Because obviously that'd be like, why can't I come?
Yeah.
A couple days later, God showed up. And my cousin Kiana calls Rachel, like, do you want to hang out?
I was supposed to go hang out with Kiana on Monday, and then something happened. She's like, I can't do Monday, can you come over Tuesday?
So Rachel comes to me and she's like, hey, do you think it'd be okay if I go hang out with Kiana Tuesday? When she told me that, I was just like, sure, have fun. Do you want me to like pay for you to go out there too? Like shoot. So I'm able to pick it up.
Where was it the whole time?
Oh, it was in my backpack.
But what if I was like, hey, where's your like laptop charger? And you're like, it's in my backpack.
Oh, it was in like a pocket that you wouldn't even know.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I got the ring, and we go back to Rachel's house. I asked for her dad's blessing because that was important to me and to Rachel. And I was just like, still, I didn't know when I wanted to like propose or whatever. I was like, I'll just take my time. I didn't want to put a date on it. I knew where I wanted to do it, but I wanted it to be Rachel's idea to go to the place. So therefore, she would have no idea. So this could have took months if she didn't want to go to this place anytime
But would you suggest it though? Because you know I like picnics.
Yeah, and you know I don't, so I can't be like, hey, you want to go have a picnic? Like, you'd be like, why do you want to have a picnic?
Yeah. I wanted just to go and take pictures because the weather would be nice, and then he had a 3-day weekend, which doesn't happen too often.
Yeah, and I was just like, oh, she's gonna dress up then to take pictures. So I was like, I'll try to finesse it. And they were like, yeah, let's go tomorrow. And I was like, all right, here we freaking go. Let me charge up the drone. Let me get stuff ready.
We came up with a decision. We were gonna take pictures, and he was like, oh, you should probably vlog. And I was like, that's true, because I need vlog content. To me, that doesn't seem like anything out of the normal.
The whole time I'm scheming. I already know what I want to do and like how I'm secretly planning stuff. I'm like, oh yeah, let's vlog all, because we've done it before. Let's vlog all day.
Mm-hmm.
Let's and then we'll go take like the whole thing was just like total scheming.
So I didn't really think anything of it, and he didn't seem nervous or anything either.
So we decided to go to the spot at like 3 o'clock, which is like over some cliffs at this specific tree. They had like a bench there where you can overlook the ocean.
He's recording a little bit.
I'm recording a little bit, like normal stuff.
Oh, and by the way, we did not dress up.
Do not dress up.
Because I wasn't feeling it.
Yeah, so we're both in sweats. Long story short. Walking up to the place, it's pretty far in the distance, but I can tell somebody is sitting in our spot. And I was like, oh no. We get kind of close and Rachel's just like, let's just sit at this stump at a different spot. In my head I was like, no. So I keep like peeking my head around the corner to see if they're leaving. Rachel gets up at one point, checks it out, and I'm like, yeah, people are still there. And I'm like, ah.
So if we couldn't get the spot, you wouldn't have proposed?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. I go over there for the last time, I look and they're still there. I seriously like lifted my head, closed my eyes, and I was like, God, please make them move. Word for word, thought for thought. And 30 seconds later, they get up and leave. And I'm just like... in my head. I'm just like, Rachel, they're leaving! I'm like, let's go! And she's just like eating grapes. And she's like, okay. And I'm like speed walking, just like... And she's just like... I'm like, Rachel, come on! And she just like, I'll catch up with you. We start playing like chess just to like burn time. And I'm like, okay, the sun's starting to go down. I should get this drone out. We've done this before, like filmed everything and stuff like that, and then taking pictures with the drone. Fly the drone out, I'm taking video of surfers and the waves, and then I'm like, okay, go time. And as I fly it back, some people walk up and they're just like, is that a flying machine? So they come over and look, and they're just like fascinated by it. And I'm just like, oh, because we're both private people, so we don't like people like...
Yeah. Well,
like,
you knew too that I didn't want you to propose in front of people.
Yeah. And so they just kept on watching, so I was like, okay, I have to fly this drone away. They eventually leave, turning the drone back around, and all of a sudden there's a warning on my, on the controller that says, SD card is full. I was so focused on that I didn't stop recording. So I'm just like, oh no.
He was pretty chill about it, but I was like this close to be like, hey, can we go home?
I know that there was a way to save the video from my phone instead of the SD card, but I didn't know how to do it. So I'm like trying to go through settings, find stuff, couldn't find it. I land it, doesn't work, and every single time it lands by us, like dirt flies everywhere. Like it's a sandstorm. Bring it back up after I think I got it, sandstorm, doesn't work. I'm like, okay, I'm bringing it back in one more time, it doesn't work, ain't doing it today. Is what it is. Like, not meant to be. So I bring it back in. As I'm bringing it in, this warning sign, if you like get somewhere close to where it's going, it won't go any further and beeping will happen, it won't do it. So that's what happened. It was like too close to Rachel. So I had to turn it around, face the other way, and then back it in because it would let me do that. As I do that, it gets too close to Rachel's head, like this close to Rachel's, taking off Rachel's head.
Yeah,
right?
you almost hit me. I was
Decapitated,
like,
won't ever happen, ever. At the same time, sandstorm. Everything in Rachel's eyes, all over. She's
almost
like,
got hit in the head.
she like gets mad. She's like, Nick. I'm like, not right now, Rachel. So then I finally land this thing, and then I'm going through settings again. I'm just like, oh my god, sun's going down. It's do or die. I need this to happen now, otherwise there won't be any lighting. Can't do the video, can't do the picture, can't do anything. So finally I go through settings and I see a button that says reset all settings. So I'm just like, yep, here we go. Hopefully it works. Click it and it works. And I'm just like, let's go. In my head, on the outside, I'm just like, sweet, it worked. I think I got it, Rachel. So I'm like, Rachel, come on, hurry up. I got it to work. Got it out there, turned it towards us like we're about to take it. Rachel, we gotta take a picture. Rachel's like, I'm over it now. And I was like, come on, stand up, take a picture. And she's like, no, I wanna sit down. You sit down, take a picture. I was like, no, Rachel. We have to stand up for this picture. We will not be sitting down. We're about to take a picture. I'm like looking at it, but then I realize that she can see my screen, so I'm just like, oh, if she sees I'm recording, she knows something weird. So I'm like, oh.
I didn't even know.
Yeah.
I was more concerned about your finger being in my face, because you were trying to do the peace sign, and I was right here, and it kept going in my face, and I was like, I can't see.
And then I'm like looking over my shoulder to make sure I pressed record. Had to make sure 1000% it was recording and it would save to my phone. By the time I got it and all this problem solving was done, I had no time to worry or like be nervous. I was like too busy trying to get it done that by the time it was go time, it was just like, okay, here we go. I press it. Rachel's still facing the camera. I put it down. I was already prepared, so I unzipped the pocket that it was in, so I didn't have to be like, what is he up to? In one swoop, I put the drone down, I reach into the pocket, turn around. Rachel's not looking at me. She's looking at the drone still, just like getting ready for the picture. Box in hand, I turn over to Rachel, she's there, and then I like take her by the shoulders and I like turn her towards me so she'd be like, hey, look at me. She saw something was different, so automatically she took like a step back, like she was just like, what the heck, man? And then, yeah, I did it. And she said, gosh, I'm lucky, yes! So it was private, sunset, and it was a little bit of a mess, but got it done.
Now I'm going to show you guys some of the reactions from my family members that we gave them a call that night. So we're watching.
Action!
Know what you want to. Maybe you can show me what you can do. Or we can turn up if you want to. Dance all night if you want to. Drinks all night if you want to. Change your whole life, what me gon' do? Make you feel nice, what me gon' do? Girl, you don't know what you done do. Girl, go long bad, speed up. Say you're not treat man bad, true enough. But you too goddamn bad, beat it up. No, say you're not my girl, but you run down. Remember how you say you want me. Send girl on my yard, come call me. Tell somebody. No, say you got that body, eh. Baby, I don't really know what you want to. Maybe you can show me what you gon' do. And we can turn up if you want to. Dance all night.